is out. So real quick, we've kicked away in a new quarter, kicked off the new quarter. There was no trading on Monday because of the holiday. The market opened in the red yesterday, so 0.17% in the negative zone. 32,711 points is where we closed so far this year. The market is down by 14.4%. I think Cement Company of Northern Nigeria was our top gainer. UACN was our top loser. So Titi, let's begin things with the Purchasing Managers Index
Of the manufacturing and services sector. So for the month, we saw the PMI. So for the PMI, once it's 50 point, that shows that it's expanding. But once it's below 50 point, that shows that it's contracting.
Okay.
So for the PMI for September, we saw that manufacturing PMI stood at 56.2 points,
Okay.
while the non-manufacturing PMI stood at 56.5 points. Although this showed an improvement, but it was at a very slow pace. So, comparing that to what we saw in August, for August, we saw manufacturing PMI at 57.1, and then we are seeing it at 56.2 in September.
Okay.
While for non-manufacturing PMI, we saw that for August it was 58 points, while for September it was 56.5 points.
Okay.
Although, like I said earlier, this is well quite okay, and we can actually attribute this slower pace growth to the higher inflation we saw. So for the first time after 18 months, we've been seeing decline in inflation. But for August, we saw a 0.1% increase in inflation to 11.2%. So that is probably a factor that affected the PMI data. However, for the positives, I mean, the FX liquidity and also the stability has actually helped producers and manufacturers to, I mean, improve in their business and all of that. So yeah, and then just for the components, for the manufacturing PMI, we saw new orders at 55.3 points. For the robust inventory, we saw that at 59.9 points, and production level was at 58.4 points.
Okay. And those same metrics as well
Yes,
for
yes, for
non-manufacturing too.
non-manufacturing, similar metrics.
We should. Lately though, I've started throwing this out there for our listeners, just so they know. We should be careful. Trying to read too much into PMI as an indicator for, I believe, the rest of economic activity. Yeah, it's just because again, it's just what Q1 GDP was 1.9%, Q2 1.5. I don't know if I should put it here on the spot. You think we'll continue to slow down or where? Anyway, I can't do that. Nobody knows, but we don't know what Q3 GDP is going to come out to be. But we'll wait to see how that looks. Let's talk savings. I've made it a point to always mention this whenever the window opens. So we've got Titi, the October savings bond offer from the federal government for folks out there that would like to save. I believe we can reach out to, or so people can reach out to Afri Invest to purchase it.
Please reach out to Afri Invest, brokerage team at afriinvest.com. So yeah, so the federal government of Nigeria savings bond offer for the month is a monthly offer. So it opened yesterday, 2nd of October, and it's closing this Friday. So it's usually two tenors. You have the 2-year offer and then the 3-year offer. So for this month, the 2-year offer is going at 11.175%, while the 3-year offer is going for 12.175%. So this savings bond is targeted at low-income earners. So I mean, the minimum of 5,000 naira. You can just set aside some funds every month, and you can keep doing that. So you're saving, and at the same time you're investing. I mean, as opposed to just leaving your funds in the bank, you can be just setting apart a part of your income, and then you invest that. So the minimum, like I said, is 5,000. Maximum is 50 million. I mean, it's tax free. Yes, it's tax free, and then you get your coupon paid every quarter. So let's just put some figures to it. So say an investor decides to invest 100,000 naira for the 2-year offer. Like I mentioned, it's going for 11.175%. So your interest for a year will be 11,175 naira, and then for 2 years it's going to be 22,350. And so you are going to be getting your coupon, like I mentioned, every quarter. So you divide that by 8. So every quarter on 100,000 naira, you are getting 2,793 naira every quarter. And then at the end of the last quarter, you get your principal and your final coupon payment.
And then, of course, this now rolls into the next month when a new offer opens.
So you can just keep rolling over. It's an excellent plan for savings.
Exactly. And the dates, I believe, 10th is the 10th.
Yeah, for coupon payment, you get your coupon 10th of January, 10th of April, 10th of July, and 10th of October.
Excellent stuff. All right, I think we see some messages coming in.
This one
Kayode.
here from Phil says, morning, gentlemen and lady. How come inflation is higher compared to the last administration, considering the fact that the economy was more buoyant then?
Who Phil is dividing inflation by the administrations. Thank you for your message, Phil. But it doesn't really work that way, right? I
Yeah,
mean, it's
I
not.
mean, what we saw for the month of August was majorly based on the food inflation. So we saw a surge in food inflation. I mean, that was also tied to the insecurities we saw, food insecurities in the
Right.
middle belt and all of that. So it was majorly food inflation that led to that.
And then also the whole herdsman
Yeah,
crisis,
the crisis
firm,
and all
right?
of
So
that.
food is part of
Also.
Phil. You know, there's a whole basket of items that
Hmm.
go into inflation, and so that's what contributes towards the figures that you're seeing. But it's been mostly food. Food has been getting more and more expensive, so it's not totally not an administrative thing.
Henry Manuel says, I'm suspecting this CBN PMI. There is a very weak and suspicious correlation between it and GDP figures. I think the manufacturers respond positively so that the CBN will keep the quota of FX supply to them. Please permit my.
Your cynicism, Henry
Yeah.
Emmanuel, your cynicism is welcome. It's like Yinka. Yinka sent a message yesterday saying he doesn't believe the government is broke and he thinks minimum wage can be afforded. So hey, it's all good. You guys are welcome to speculate, but of course, we disagree. I disagree on that. Titi, do you agree? Do you think there's a cynical ploy with
I don't think so.
You're right. I don't.
It's,
Yeah, I mean,
it's transparent data.
yeah,
I
it,
don't
it
think
is.
so.
It is what it is. Well, Benga, thank you for your message, and Phil as well. Who else we got?
Benga here
Okay.
says, according to a news report, the CBN claims manufacturing index is 57.2% in September. Is that in reality terms or figures on paper? And he further says the manufacturing sector has complained of very, very harsh operating environments. So, where are the highs the government was celebrating on
On
October
October.
1st?
Well, I mean, again, it's a survey, Abby.
It's just a survey.
Dear manufacturer, how are your new orders? How is your inventory? How is your employment level? And then
Production level,
how is
all
your
of that.
production level? So they just respond. It's a survey. That's essentially what it is. Which is why, again, we caution everyone. When this survey comes out, don't read too much into it for where economic activity is.
Yes,
It's a survey,
it's
right?
survey.
And on YouTube,
yeah.
this one says, morning guys, feelers is that the recapitalization of the insurance sector by NICOM has been
suspended. I haven't
confirmed.
I haven't heard that the recapitalization exercise for NICOM for the insurance sector, because some I think ICO Insurance and a couple of players, they've already started raising capital now. So
Yes.
I haven't heard.
We
I'll
haven't got
confirm
some
the.
information
Yeah, I
about
haven't heard that yet, but we'll try and confirm. Let's see now, real quick. Can we touch on our May and Baker news very quickly? May and Baker, a rights issue for 2.4 billion naira. Titilaria, what's going on there? What's May and Baker doing?
So me and Baker, they are trying to raise funds. So they are doing that through a rights issue. They are trying to raise about 2.45 billion naira, and it's expected to open on the 15th of October 2018 and close on 21st of November. So they are just trying at they are looking at expanding their business. So they plan to, according to their MD, they plan to become the leading healthcare brand in sub-Saharan Africa. I mean, looking at their financials, they've shown impressive performance for full year 2017 and half year 2018.
Okay.
Although a bulk of their revenue comes from the pharmaceutical aspect. I mean, they sold their business, their food business last year. That's Mimi Noodles to Dufil. So I mean, they've been doing well, and they're trying to just expand their business. And they've also entered into partnerships with the federal government to produce vaccines. And earlier this year, they also released a report that they're trying to produce a drug, Niprosan, for sickle cell anemia patients. So they're just trying to raise an equity fund just to boost their investment and just to work around that. So we're still expecting to.
Well, you and I, thank you for that. But you and I we're wrapping up. But real quick, the share, the rights issue, you offer a share price at a discount to shareholders.
Yes.
But let's quickly point out the.
So in this report, they are saying that it's going to be sold at, the right issue is going to be offered at 2 naira 50 kobo, and as of yesterday, the share price was 2 naira 30 kobo.
Right. So
that's not at a discount.
So they're gonna have to, between now and the 15th, they're gonna have to revise that and probably take it lower. Titi of Afri Invest, guys. Remember, if you want to purchase, invest in the federal government savings bond, Afri Invest is one of the brokers you can reach out to do that. It's been a while. When last were you here? About a month ago.
It's been a while.
Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your messages, be they cynical or not. We accept them all. Benga, Phil, everybody else that they're also on YouTube. Thanks for your messages as well. And Rainmaker has come now, although we're out of time though.
Let's see what
Let's see why.
says
That's what he's saying. Real quick.
I've taken my monies from from stocks. It seems not to be coming up anytime soon for FGS bonds. I hope governments don't default quarterly coupon.
No,
they can't.
Federal
They
government
can't.
will.
It's
They will
safe. It's
last. They
guaranteed.
will print money and pay you back, Rainmaker. So go ahead and
It's a
invest.
good investment.
Thanks for your messages, guys.
All right, Lagos. Thank you so much. Stay close to your radio for more great programming.
Thanks. Good stuff.